Welcome back to Honor Seeing Sports TV, and the meet is happening right now at the moment. The four by men's 4x1 relay qualification is going on right now. Um, let's look at the heat that is live right now at the moment. People like, subscribe, and share to the content. You understand? A long time when I wait to come on and see 9 people jump on, people like, subscribe, and share to the content. Same time. You understand? Welcome to Unseen Sports. Everybody like, subscribe, and share. So let's get straight over there, people. I'm gonna put it on the screen so you guys can see what is going on. Live result from World Relays. Right. Sure. So Heat one of the qualification round two sees Denmark, Cuba, and Jamaica qualify for Jamaica qualify for the four by one for girls, for female, and the mixed relay. Yeah, the mixed relay will qualify. The mixed relay will qualify people. Drop on the comment in the comment section. Ask any question you want to ask. You understand? We're there to answer all the questions. Then. Big coach, big up yourself. We are football, no racism. Yeah, man. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Juliet Simoti. Big coach. I do my thing, man. When I big it, I try to get there. I do my thing. I try develop young players as well. Um, Sports Circle. Big up yourself, Sports Circle in the building. Big up yourself, Sports Circle. So right now, on track, people. Right on track now. Sports Circle, if you want to jump on, can I send the link, just let me know if you want to jump on the chat. Right about anytime now. You understand me? It would be good if you could come on. So live now on the track. So all these finished. So we are the men's now. Starting list. So we have first heat, Denmark, Cuba, Czech, Brazil, Switzerland, Liberia, Germany, Poland. So 8 persons in this races. Let's see who will qualify the qualifying time. So two qualify, two automatic qualify. So first two of each is qualified to the Olympic Games. That's how they're doing it. All right. Jamaica already qualified already. And each start already. Germany leading so far in the back stretch. Germany handing off to Germany moving in the lead, coming from the 150 mark. Change over now. Poland is there as well. South Africa. Let's look at Germany. Switzerland, Germany, and Germany leads. Germany and Liberia. Liberia taking. Germany then Liberia. Good run there by the last leg. Last leg at least from Germany. Quality run there. Bless up. Big up yourself, my boss. Big up, big up, big up. Everybody will jump on, like, subscribe, and share to the platform. You know it go already. Share it up to other people. And people, remember, when they like the video, it helps to send it out to a lot of people so that we can have people on the platform, get information on what is going on over in Bahamas. Right? So it's good. It's a good look. It's a good look to see, to have people watching and be a part of the family. Yeah. So Jamaica qualified in the round two section of the female 4x1 and also qualify second in the heat with Bahamas in the mixed relay. So um the Tia Clayton, um Williams, Alana Reed. I remember that girl name. I will get that information for you soon. We qualify for the Olympics, right, people? So we are going to the Olympics. So qualify. So you know, we expect to be, expect them to be in the final and challenging for a gold medal at this meet. But it's just part of what is happening. Jamaican, the powers that be don't see it fit to send the top girl, or the top girls don't want to go. Uh, you understand me? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know people. People remember to like, subscribe, and share to the content. It's as easy as one, two, three. Don't cost anything. Don't cost any money. Just like, push like button, subscribe, yeah, and share if you're a part of it, if you want to be a part of the Anti Sports TV family. We're going to do a lot more videos, right? We have the short videos. We have, we have national trials. We have Olympics coming up coverage. So people just stay and be a part of Unseen Sports TV. Don't move a muscle. Don't go by anybody else's channel. Unseen Sports. A joke. My co-workers can check out Rich Pow Sports, I am sure Sports, you can check out Coach's Best. Yeah man, JT Taylor. You can check him out as well. You can check him out as well. So people, remember I can't show the races, but can give you information on what is going on. And give you commentary as well. You understand me? Can give you commentary as well. People like, subscribe, and share. So we are at the second heat of round two in the 4x1. Um, the finals is going to happen later, right after the road. The finals coming right after the 4x4 um, round two qualifiers for the other teams that want to qualify for the Olympics. All right, so the final round. After that, then we have the finals. So next on the track, we have the 4x1 relay, heat two. Um, let's look at that. Put that on the screen so you guys can see E2. So E2 right here. We have Turkey. This is Saudi Arabia, Korea, Nigeria, Netherlands, Ghana, Dominica, and Thailand. Now Jamaica qualified already, people. So we are in the driver's seat. Jamaica is in the driver's seat. Jamaica in the driver's seat, people. Jamaica in the driver's seat. Let us look at some of the events that Jamaica qualified for already. So we're going to go back and look at some events that Jamaica qualified already. So today, in the round two, we qualified for the mixed relay. So let's look at that result. So let me go back so I can give you that information. So the mix 4x1 mix, look at the result, who is qualified for the Olympics. So right here you have Jamaica here. Stephen Gardner, Shannon Adderley, Alonzo Russell, Shani Mil Ubi, they qualify with a national record of 3 minutes 12:81 seconds. And you know, Jamaica is there with Zan Zajan Barnes, Leah Anderson, Rashawn Clark, and Janive Russell. So they changed Big Boy. So Big Boy wasn't in this race, and hence I think we perform better. We run three season best as well. 3 minutes 14.49 season best, and we qualify in second place. So it's a good look. It's a good look for Jamaica there, qualifying in second place. Luckily, we are two. South Africa is third. So we are there. So they listen to us. They listen to us. So all the persons who came on to Unseen Sports and talk and say, yo, big boy, can't run the next one, them change big boy. Big boy, big up yourself still, and we're going to get into it. It's just go on faster at this time. Maybe you're not in shape, you're sick or something. Yeah, understand? Because we don't want to make it sound like say, oh, we have to say you're in good. No. We appreciate everything you do and all them things. You understand me? Yeah, but yeah, you get me. So so Ghana is going to win this heat too. Ghana and Nigeria after the Olympic Games from E2. So Ghana and Nigeria win E, and they're going to be after the Olympic Games. All right, people. That's E2 of round two qualification um, at Bahamas. So Ghana, the African people, and big up on yourself who is on the platform. Ghana is true to the Olympics. All right, 38.29 season best. Nigeria 38.57. Love to see the African nation enhancing their talent in sprinting. Yeah, they're getting better in the sprinting here. I'm happy that they're getting better in the sprinting here. Happy that they are getting better in the sprinting area. Um, People want to come onto the platform, you want to join the panel, you can do so by clicking this link. This is not a link for you to come and watch any video. And it's a link. If you want to come onto the platform, you can do so. All right. So hold on. All right. People you want to be a part of the panel, click that link and get ready to commentate as well. You understand? The link is in the comment section. Drop on the comment, people. Yeah, man. Big up on yourself. All the people that are on the platform, you know, already put in the work and I try, get everybody to love the sports of track and field. So, really, I love this initiative of having I would say, a competition where, qualify for even World Championship and for this. World Championship and for this too. There are some teams that go World Championship where Joe thing if you qualify for go there someone. But really qualify for go there. Yeah, you have to run some good time and get the qualification. I like what something there do. I like what Olympics doing. Yeah. So Jamaica through to the mixed relay. Let us look back. Look at the other result. 4-1. Let's look at the result. The women, and the result says Jamaica is through. Let me see. So you're not giving the result like that. Okay, E2. So yeah, Jamaica with a season best of 42.74. Jodine Williams, Tia Clayton, Mona Burchell, and Alana Reed. So same athletes, better time 42.74. Trina and Trigo in second, 43.54, qualified as well. Let me look back now to see the three: Nigeria, China, Dominica, Bahamas, Switzerland are all through. All right, so you have a summary here with all the qualifiers based on time. So Jamaica is what? The fourth fastest. We have 20 here, and you have what? 20. So after that, we'll go to the 4x4 now. So let's look at the 4x4. And we have our next chance to go for it. Aisha McGregor, Cherokee Young, Ashley Williams, Chanel Brumfield. So we have our next chance to get into the. So the first heat will be Jamaica in the 4x4. I think Jamaica will win that one. Hopefully, we'll get that one. The people are going to send you over there. You have sent over Bahamas right now. Make a listen to the commentary. You understand me? You can hear the commentary right now.
For Belgium, stand by.
People listen to the commentary of this race. Race coming up now.
It's the best bit, I think,
This is
home nation, the lead
4x1.
you get the big intro
Bahamas
that
usually
appears on the big screen.
the 4x1.
But
Yeah.
now,
So you know, top two
the focus
go
for
through.
Colbrook
Top two
and the
go
rest
through
of that
people.
Bahamian
Top two.
quartet.
Listen to the commentary. All right. The men's 4x1 relay. And you're on your marks.
For the final two positions at the Olympic Games in
Final
men's
two
4x100
position for the
meters from
Olympic
here
Games.
in the Bahamas. 8 teams will contest them.
Set.
So they roar on Samson Colbert with it all to do from lane one for the Bahamas. Pretty even through that first leg. South Africa maybe just in the last couple of strides as they hand the baton on to Benjamin Richardson down the back straight. Australia going really well as well with Jacob Despard right on the outside. So South Africa and Australia. South Africa, we've got Nkani Simbini waiting in the wings. Australia having a flyer with Caleb Law. South Africa handing on to Simbini. Australia's changed, wasn't brilliant, but they've got the back to their final man. But it's going to be Nkani Simbini to bring South Africa away. Australia have got time for a look around as they book the second spot as well. Those two were well clear. If you give the baton to Simbini in contention, he will finish the job
So
for you.
people, South Africa win that one.
So they were really like one of the favorites, I think, but they got the battle. So yeah, it was a really good race for South African guys, and also Australia again. So it's nice to see them.
Well, we'll see what happened to Trinidad and Tobago in just a moment. It's a great spot from you, Daphne, down the back straight. Australia, well, it was agonising for them yesterday as they lost out by 4/1000ths of a second to the Jamaican team. But they saw it through this time. Law ran a great bend. In fact, they all contributed really with terrific performances. Bahamas have finished in fifth position out of the 8. But Nkani Simbini, fresh from that brilliant Diamond League victory in China last week. Well, he took the scalps of Christian Coleman and Fred Curley. What a smile for Simbini. The Australian men also through, joining their Australian women's counterparts, the women's team, with the first Australian qualifiers in the event since their home Olympics in Sydney in 2000. So some historic times for Australian sprinting at the moment. Kenya, Ferdinand Omanyala. Unfortunately for him, once again, wasn't able to, his team weren't able to put him in a position. They finished in 4th place, but...
All right, so people, we have the 4x4 now, women, and then we go to the 4x4 for men, and then we start the finals now. So one half race, we're right down till, I think, the end. So we'll start off with the mix, then we'll go to the 4x1. Let's look at it. So I'm going to show you what I go on, so people can, know the time for each. So look at the timetable. As them work with the timetable, people. I have to work with the timetable. Understand? So 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock here. 8 o'clock is supposed to have the men's, supposed to start the men's. 7:30, we're supposed to start the women 4x4 qualification, this one. And then we'll go straight down to the finals. Mixed relay, 100, 4x100, 4x4, and then 4x4. So by 9:20, we're supposed to be finishing this meet. 9:20. What was that, What minutes that? What minutes that? What streaming that, people? Yeah, that's that. What streaming that, By the way, Jamaica team qualified. So we're supposed to be kind of happy, but not qualified to run for the medal or the money, the prize money today. We as Jamaican wants our team dominating and winning these types of race. And a lot of fans upset. Yeah, man, the fans are upset, man. The fans are mad. Jamaican fans are right now. Tell the people. Jamaican fans are right now. It's hot. We head hot right now. People, remember to like, subscribe, and share now. You understand me? To send you back over to listen to some of the commentary. Over there. Let me see who is on. Doogie, fix your camera, fix your system, Doogie. Device not connected. You never turn on your camera and you turn on text. Doogie, your camera never turn on and your audio, so that's why I not go hear you say anything on the platform. You have to turn on them things before you click the command on the studio here. Yes, people. So we have the 4x4 now for the female. Jamaica is in this heat. 4x4, Jamaica in lane 6, Dominica Republic, India lane 4, Germany lane 5, Jamaica lane 6, Brazil lane 7, Colombia lane 8. 4x4. So book 4x4 relay, first heat. So Jamaica need to qualify in this one. Let's see if Jamaica can do it. Let me give you some commentary from over Bahamas. All right, people. So you can hear the real commentator. I'll give you the information. So let's go straight over the live feed. So the heat is up. Jamaica ran 3 minutes 27.35. Let's see if we can tap that off and win this one and qualify. I think we should win this one based on the other teams that is in. Their times, we have better times than them. Only India is close. So let's see what will happen. So let's send you guys over there so you can listen.
Champions with Paula Laboa, Carrillo Velez, Rosana Palacios, and Naomi Castro. So we saw yesterday some pretty successful doubling up from the likes of Natalia Kazmarek of Poland and Ireland's Rashida Adeleke and Charlie Maudsley, who do go again in the mixed 4x4 for Ireland, by the way. They don't run in the women's 4x4 final later on. But the athletes, a couple of them doubling up here. Alicia Schmidt of Germany on the opening leg. Annie Dabassi of Brazil on the anchor leg as well. We'll see what they can do here, Daphne, with the two in about an hour or so.
Yeah, but yesterday we saw it with the Island girl, so maybe it's possible.
Certainly that was some impressive, particularly Adeleke yesterday, clocking sub 50 seconds twice in the space of a couple of hours. But they get led off with just one run this evening. So here we go then with the women's 4x400 meters Olympic qualifying round 2. The first of the 3 heats with just the 5 teams in it. Colombia on the outside. In come Brazil. Jamaica. Switched it all around. Actually, none of their runners are running the same leg that they ran yesterday, Jamaica. Alicia Schmidt to lead off Germany. And then come India. The Dominican Republic team, by the way, in lane 3, it didn't have Marilady Arlino named in it. That's the 4 names that had been submitted. They do not start. So 5 for the 2 places. You have to expect the Jamaican quartet. They run to their ability here, to their form. This quartet should be strong enough to win this. With some in hand, you would think.
Set.
So Renisha McGregor leading them off. She ran the anchor leg yesterday. I mentioned they've all switched around positions. None of them in the same position on this occasion. Alicia Schmidt of Germany running that second leg of the evening has got them in focus ahead, but Renisha McGregor has gone out best over the first 200 meters or so. Up on Brazil and Jenny Dos Santos Barreto outside them. India had some misfortune yesterday with their men's team pulling up injured. Renisha McGregor. 3 of these teams haven't qualified a team from this championship so far. By the way, India, Brazil and Colombia looking for their first passports to Paris. Germany finishing strong here. This is Alicia Schmidt in her second run of the evening, who's actually made it up on Renisha McGregor in the closing stages, who paid the price for that strong early start, and a really good second leg of the night from Alicia Schmidt there has put Germany in the box seat ahead of Brazil and Jamaica, Colombia right on the outside, and then India inside them. And the battle in the hand for Germany now of Skadi Shia. Jamaica have Cherokee Young, last night's lead-off runner. Brazil, the battle is in the hand of Leticia Lima. Gandhi has it for India, and it's Carla Velez for Colombia. So Germany, Jamaica and Brazil away from the rest at the moment. At the battle for second place as Lima tries to close down on Cherokee Young, who herself is now chipping away at Skadi Shia. This is a much better second leg from Jamaica, much better judgment from Cherokee Young, and India coming strongly down the home straight as well with Jyotika Gandhi to put them in contention. They're going to be pretty much level with Germany by the time they pass the baton over. Ashley Williams heads off for Jamaica. India now in second position, and Germany have gone right back there. I think they make a bit of a mess of the change there, Germany. They did, which in a 4x4 is inexcusable, really, although the lactic of the incoming runner can always be a factor. So Germany have put themselves right under pressure now. Jamaica with that lead that's just being closed down by India's third leg runner, Purvama Majatira. Ashley Williams out front for Jamaica. Germany are having to work back with Mona Meyer just trying to come around the outside of the Brazilian athlete Maria Decena. For Jamaica and India into the home straight, maybe a bit of clear water that India might not have expected. They've got to hold on here because Germany are starting to try and close, but Brazil finishing strongly as well. That second spot not quite wrapped up yet, but Jamaica will hand on to Janelle Bromfield for this final leg. India in second, Brazil third, and Germany, their final leg hopes rest with Hannah Mergenthaler. So Bromfield comfortable here, 20 metres or so ahead. The eyes are going to be on that battle for the second spot at the moment. Subha Venkatasan of India. For Brazil, it's Annie Dabasi running her second leg of the evening in third position. Can Germany possibly get back from there with Hannah Mergenthaler? But Jamaica righting the wrongs of yesterday. Janelle Bromfield looking strong. India are not letting that gap at the moment close. Brazil looking the most likely. I think India have got enough in hand here. Janelle Bromfield just started to tie up in the home straight. India are closing, but they've both done enough. And Jamaica and India book their places in the women's 4x400 metres in Paris. Brazil finished third, Germany in fourth place. And all you've got to do, Daphne, is deal with the hand that you're given, and India were given an advantage by that Germany changeover, and they made it count. With Jamaica, we expected them to be strong favourites, and that was a good example when it all comes together well for you there. We said that if they all run to their potential as you'd expect them to do, Jamaica, an experienced quartet like that was a good performance.
Jamaica is doing a really good job in these rounds because they are all true.
Come to winners, Jamaica, joining their teams who progressed a little bit earlier on. And India, that is the first team that India have won through here from the World Athletics Relays Bahamas 2024. I mentioned there's a big Jamaican contingent here. They are not quite making as much noise as the Bahamians when the Bahamian mixed 4x4 team saw it through earlier on, but still a good reception for them. The Indian team, Rupal Dandi Matatira and Venkatesan. Again, that was an effective performance from them. They will get their moment with the Passport to Paris qualification banner as well. And Germany, well, it was the change between Shia and Maya, which hopefully we'll get a chance to see. Daphne, that you spotted at the time. Keep an eye on that as we have a little look back at the changeovers. So this is the changeover here that went wrong.
Okay, she started a little bit too early because she was so much lactic in her legs. That's what you can see in the last couple of meters. It was so difficult for her. And the incoming and outgoing was like, okay, I need to go now, but that was a little bit too early. So she needs to stop and then wrap it and then go. That's the difficult thing of the 400 meters. You need to wait.
But the thing is, in the 4x4, I mean, it's obviously, you say it's half a second that you lose by just checking your stride slightly or making sure you're slightly safe. There's obviously another 399 meters you can make that up. Whereas in a 4x1, it's obviously you've got to be ruthlessly efficient. In the 4x4, it's surprising to see a team make a mess up like that.
Yeah, the changeover is not that important. You have all the time to make it okay. You need to grab it and go. That's enough. Like, you cannot win that much time in it.
Well, small margins, unfortunately for Germany. That costly change left Jamaica and India to come through and put their places at the Olympic Games. Good performance from Jamaica to seal their passage in the first of the women's 4x400 metre heats, with India taking the second spot ahead of Brazil and Germany, paying the price for that poor back change. Local time here, just after 8:30 in the evening here in Nassau. Warm-up track off to the right of the shot there, where the athletes for our World Athletics Relays finals will be going through their warm-ups and final preparations. We have heat 2 and 3 on the way in the women's 4x400 metres. 6 nations lining up for this one, including the Netherlands, who, as we mentioned, go with the same quartet that failed to qualify yesterday, resisting the temptation to bolster with either Femke Bol or Lieke Klaver. Spectacular stage in the middle of the arena, which has seen some great live music performances, and the athletes welcomed into the arena as we see Kenya in lane 3 with Joan Chirono, Diana Chibet, Vanis Yagasira and Rahab Dirangu. They have lane 3. Switzerland, they've had a really good night, so close to having 3 teams out of 3 through. Lena Vernley and Nina Farr, Julia Niederberger and Julia Sen. Farr and Sen ran in the mixed relay earlier on, so half of their team have already run this evening. They're back out for a second go. Cuba, the 2021 winners of this event, Pan American champions. Olympic finalist Roxana Gomez goes on the anchor leg for them. They have Melissa Padron, Rose Almanza and Lisnady Verticia ahead of them. Here's the Netherlands lineup with Evelina Solberg, Lotte van der Schoot, Lisanne de Witte and Kathleen Peters. I'll get Daphne's thoughts in a moment briefly on whether she would have put in Bol or Klaver. Showing faith anyway, the Dutch selectors in sending the same 4 out again, as we see Karina Vanessa, the lead-off runner for Portugal. In lane 7, Sofia Larachina, Juliana Guerrero and Vera Barbosa. On the outside will be Botswana, who have never qualified for the Olympics in this event, the women's 4x4. There's their final leg runner, Christine Potlegetswe. Prior to her, Motlatsi Ranti, Calafila Morocco and Marangi Refilwe for Botswana. So briefly, Daphne, would you have put in Klaver or Bol?
Yes.
That is brief. Which one would you have chosen in this?
I think it doesn't matter that much, but I think it's to be safe. I will do that. I think just because of the Olympic tickets, you never know.
But as you look at the relative strength of these other teams, should this Dutch quartet have enough to win this?
I think so. They can do it as well, because these girls are also very strong. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't take the risk, I think.
Maybe they're prioritising the $40,000 that will be up for grabs if they can win the mixed relay 4x400 metre final a little bit later on in the programme. So it's heat 2 of 3 in the women's 4x400 metres relay, chasing those 2 spots. So Botswana on the outside with Ranti to lead them off. Portugal in 7th. Evelina Solberg. Actually, a couple of the Netherlands runners yesterday, they posted 52-second splits, which is not going to be enough at this level. Van der Schoot and de Witte around 52s yesterday, as we see Cuba. Switzerland, again, the question marks will be there until we see the performances of Anina Farr and Julia Sen on legs 2 and 4, who ran earlier in the evening. Joan Chirono to lead off Kenya. Here we go then. They're relay teammates. They're a close-knit bunch at the training centre in Papendal, the Netherlands squad. I'm sure we'll be watching on either from over on the warm-up track or from listening on from the call room or watching some kind of footage to see how their teammates get on here.
Set.
Evelina Solberg out of lane 6 for the Netherlands will be obviously keen to get them off to a good start. Switzerland with Lena Burnley are the ones who are breaking from even split in the early stages down the first 50 metres or so of the back straight. Well, on the outside, Botswana with Latsi Ranti between them and the Netherlands. Karina Vanessa of Portugal. Switzerland close run up on Melissa Padron of Cuba. Solberg, a slightly ungainly style with her arm carriage, doesn't she, out to the side, Evelina Solberg. Down the home straight. Melissa Padron has saved some in the tack here to come past Switzerland and redress the balance of the lane draw as we come up to the first change. Cuba just ahead of Switzerland and the Netherlands, and right on the outside, Portugal. No issues with the changeovers on that occasion. Botswana and then Kenya. 2 African teams at the moment at the back of the sextet of teams. Only 2 places up for grabs. The Netherlands back in the hand of Myrthe van der Schoot. For Cuba, it's Rosemary Almanza. And Ina Farr testing those legs for a second time this evening. And for Portugal, it's Sofia Lavrashina in 4th position. Very tight between Switzerland and Cuba again as they come around that bend. Almanza was certainly not wanting to run any wider than she needed to there. But Van der Schoot and Switzerland again, Farr just easing out to try and get a bit of room. She feels confident enough to go past the Netherlands. She needed a bit of room to do so. She just eased her way out. And again, that's another really impressive performance on a second run of the evening from Anina Farr of Switzerland, who hands on for the 3rd leg to Julia Niederberger. Lizana de Witte on the 3rd leg for the Netherlands. They've just got a few metres away from Cuba and Lisnani Vetisha. They do have the Olympic finalist Roxana Gomez waiting on the final leg to Cuba. Bitter trying to strike down the back straight for the Netherlands here. We're looking to improve on her individual performance from yesterday. Halfway through her leg, also running strongly. Netherlands, Switzerland, Cuba, and then a gap back to Portugal in 4th position at the moment in this second heat of 3 in the women's 4x400 metres Olympic qualifying round 2. Top 2 go to Paris. Netherlands, Switzerland, again riding the Swiss athlete on the final leg. Julia Sen is running her second anchor leg in the space of a couple of hours. But for the Netherlands, it's Kathleen Peters and Switzerland. They will have to contend with some pressure from behind by Roxana Gomez here. A measured start from Sen of Switzerland in 2nd position. And now the afterburners go on from Roxana Gomez, trying to take advantage of that moderate first 200 metres from Switzerland, but Sen will hope that she saved enough to come and charge round in the home straight. Netherlands at the moment with Peters in the position to accelerate down the home straight. Here comes Sen with another of her attacks down the home straight. Netherlands looking good. Peters bringing them home, and Julia Sen excelling herself again for Switzerland. Once again, it's Europe to the fore in this one. Netherlands and Switzerland take the top 2 spots. Both have had a great championships. Switzerland had a brilliant night.
That's a very strong last lap from Peters as well, because they were really good in the mix, and I think they make really smart decisions, because you saw every time when the group is coming before the bend, it's always difficult because you have always elbows and all that stuff like that, but they try to give a little bit more speed on and I tried to catch on. Like, I think it was a really strong one, and I'm very happy to see them.
Julia Sen looks like she's ready for a lie down, I think. Netherlands, I guess, the selectors had faith in the 4 they sent out, Daphne. They said, come on, we know you're going to be good enough to go out there. You don't need us to bring in Femke Bol or Lieke Klaver, and I guess it will feel good to those girls that they've repaid the selectors' faith in them.
Yeah, and they train very hard and they train together, and that's also one of the good things of the 4x1 teams. They trust each other, they are friends with each other, they are okay with each other. So I think that's one of the things that you need in a team, and it's nice for them to see, like, it's all about like Ligeklaver or Femke Bol, but these girls are training also very hard, and yeah, I'm very happy to see this.
I think the way the Olympic schedule is shaped as well. I think the individual 400 meters and the one of the relay events is I think the mixed relay event. There's a slight crossover as well, so they will need some extra resources. You can't just have Femke Bol and Ligeklaver in everything, because they'll have their own individual medal prospects, of course, as well. But the Netherlands quartet, the Oranje, are pretty happy, as you'd expect. And Switzerland, they are absolutely flying this evening. 3 teams, a cigarette paper's width away from the 4th team getting through. Just having a look at the second changeovers here. So Lizana De Witte taking the pattern in second position behind the Swiss athlete.
Like, subscribe, and share to the platform, people. It is easy as 1, 2, 3. Don't cost you any money to like and subscribe to the platform. What I would love you to do, though, is to subscribe to Unseen Sports TV, and be a member. Member will cost you around $4 monthly, so you can be a member if you want. If you're just passing through, just like, if you want to be a member, if you just want to be a subscribe member, you can do so as well. You understand me? The World Relay in Bahamas, the qualification round 2 is taking place. I think Jamaica qualified for all the events that didn't qualify for yesterday. The mixed relay will qualify for the 4x1, and they will qualify for the 4x4 for women. Next one up is the 4x4 for men. So let's look where Jamaica is at in that one. So I'm going to give you guys the information right now. All right, and then we'll send you back over to listen to the commentary whenever the race starts. All right, people. So let's look for that information. All right, so the 4x start list is right here. I'm gonna give you guys that information now. So where Jamaica will be in. So waiting on it to come up on the screen, so we can have a discussion on that. Elvis Coley, big up, big up, big up, bro. What's the medal count for Jamaica? Medal count. At one team we having a final medal count. I mean, 4 persons winning a goal. One team having in a final. One digga team. I think we have no medal. If you ask me, I don't think we win any medal. So Jamaica now win a medal, so we can go and wait. All right, so Heat 1, Jamaica is not in Heat 1. Heat 2, Jamaica is in Heat 2. Rasheen McDonald. So Rasheen McDonald is over to the 4x4. Malik James King, Demish Gay, Asini Willis. So Rasheen McDonald starting, Malik James King second, Demish Gay third, and then Alice Asini Willis fourth. Let's see. Jamaica with a 3 minutes, 3:02, 46 seconds. Yeah. Hold on, the people. So I'm gonna send you over there. I am going to send you over to the commentary. Where you guys listen to the last heat in the women 4x4 round 2 qualifier. So top two goes through to the Olympics in the relay, All right, top 2 goes to the Olympics in the relay. So let's send you guys over there.
Czech Republic with Lourdes Manuel to lead them off. Carmen Aviles for Spain.
Yeah, bro, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad.
Australian
Jamaican
quartet
really
on the inside
interesting.
as yesterday with Bandera Oboya to head them out, handing on to a sub-51 performer from yesterday, Ellie Beer.
Set.
Away we go in the third and final heat of the women's 4x400 metres relay, Olympic qualifying round 2. Australia run on the inside in lane 3, being led off by Bandera Oboya. I mentioned they are 19th in the rankings at the moment, and again, if they don't make the top 2 here, it will be touch and go for them to sneak through as one of the next best teams to fill those final 2 spots that are available. The 14 teams qualifying from here in the Bahamas will be added to by the next best 2 teams from the world rankings at the end of the qualifying period at the end of June. But Australia at the moment with Oboya running a relatively steady first leg. Czech Republic, the ones who went out hard with Lourdes Manuel. Belgium finishing strongly. Naomi van den Broek starting to open up a bit of a gap on them after they come through on the inside of Ukraine. Still a bend in the stagger to unwind before the athletes break for the lanes on the back straight, and we get a firm idea of who is out front. But Belgium at the moment with Imke Vervet taking the baton, Teresa Petrzylkova for the Czech Republic, and the inform Ellie Beer for Australia. Those leading 3 at the moment from Berta Segura of Spain. Then comes Quincy Malakani for Zambia, and Ukraine at the moment are at the back of the field. Belgium, Australia, Czech Republic have got a few metres on the chasers at the moment. Ellie Beer looking to put back-to-back impressive legs together for Australia, and she's getting them into a good position here. She will be handing on to Michaela Selaidinakos for the third leg. Vervet will be handing on to Camille Laus. Spain are coming strongly down the home straight here as Berta Segura prepares to hand on to Laura Bow. So Australia, Belgium, Spain, Czech Republic, and Zambia are also still not out of contention in 5th position, and they've opened up a gap on Ukraine at the back of the field. So Michaela Selaidinakos for Australia, Camille Laus for Belgium, and for Spain, Laura Bow. Just out the back of their leading group of 3, Czech Republic with Lada Vondrova. Those 4 tightly packed together at the halfway point of this third leg. This looked like this could potentially be a thriller. Look how tight this is, and again, just on the inside there, Spain getting slightly tucked up for room. In fact, Spain have changed their running order. They've actually got Santa Drian there on the third leg. It was due to be Laura Bow. Belgium moving away then down the home straight. Australia just tying up ever so slightly with Selaidinakos. Belgium, Spain, then Australia and Czech Republic. And it will be Herbas on the final leg for Spain. Belgium are being led out on this final leg by Helena Ponetta, who ran an impressive anchor leg yesterday. Spain in 2nd position. Alana Jukic has the baton for Australia in 3rd. Just got to work hard to keep in touch with those leading 2 at the moment. Czech Republic still fighting in 4th position as well, with Barbora Malikova starting to concertina up with around about 150 metres to go. Czech Republic are coming strongly, but Belgium, I'm sure, will have saved something for this final 100 metres. Belgium from Spain, Australia digging in here, but have got metres to find. I don't think they're going to catch these leading 2. It's Belgium coming away with Helena Ponetta, and they will be joined by Spain, despite the fast-finishing Czech Republic, to take the final spots available in the women's 4x400 metres. Well, Belgium definitely always seem to have that under control. They dictated that from the front, get a lot of experience in their quartet. And the favourites probably in that leg of that heat rather, have got the job done.
Yeah, also Belgium is working on the 400 meters as well. Same as the Netherlands, they work a lot on the relays, and you see that they make it through. But they are so relaxed in running because, yeah, you see it in the face and try to do what they need to do, and then they did. It's a national record from Spain.
Yeah, it's a national record. They've taken 0.27 seconds off their previous mark there, so even more celebrations for Spain, who I said have had a few near misses so far in the Bahamas here. But Spain finally have a ticket to Paris, joining Belgium. Czech Republic put up a valiant fight down the home straight, but they had too much to do. And Australia in the end also ran out of steam. Bianca Hervas it was bringing Spain home after their late team changes on legs 3 and 4. And emotional times for the Spanish team, not just the Olympic qualification, but also that national record. So we know our 14 qualifiers in the women's 4x400 meters through to the Olympic Games. We still have to make the final selection decisions, if you like, through the performances of the teams in the men's 4x400 meters. 3 heats of that to come as well shortly. But look at this battle down the home straight, Daphne. Really competitive heat up to this point.
Yeah, I expected a very tight race, like really closely to each other, but you see the last 100 meters of her is for the Belgian girl is really strong, and she's pushing herself through the line.
The final change there for those athletes heading out on the final leg. Belgium just managed it from the front. A fine performance by Planeta for the second day in a row on the final leg. Hervas taking Spain through to that national record. So as you mentioned, 3 more heats to come in the men's event very shortly, of which there is some more local interest. A smile for Helena Planeta of Belgium. Tells you the story. The athletes here with their second chance. The way this competition is set up is that every team get the second opportunity to run if they didn't make it through in qualifying round 1. Yesterday, those teams taking advantage of that. There's a confirmation of the results. Belgium, the favourites in that event, justifying that favouritism, and Spain coming through for a national record to take the second spot at the Olympics.
Life is not a joke, but tonight I'm all about the jokes and having fun. I want to do a little challenge right now. I know you're not ready for this, but we're going to have the emoji challenge. Who's going
Very shortly, we'll have a look at the full list of qualifiers, both those yesterday and those from today in that women's 4x400 meters. We start to look into the call room for the athletes, starting to get themselves ready for some of our events coming up. This is the Jamaican team who will be contesting the second of the 3 heats in the men's 4x400 meters. Slightly surprising to see them in the needing to use the Olympic qualifying second round, Daphne, but as we mentioned, they didn't have a great day yesterday, Jamaica. It's been better tonight for them.
Yeah, they do really good today. But what we expect, of course, from the Jamaica, that they will make it through the Olympics.
Well, we haven't seen them on the track so far in the arena, but Femke Bol and Lieke Klaver among the Dutch squad there, getting themselves ready.
Yeah, the mix is ready for the finals, I guess.
Do you think any part of them will have, one of them would have wanted to make sure that mixed team went through this evening, or do you think they'll be happy to be fighting for the prize money in the final?
I think they have one job to do today, and the only thing that they want is to win. I think that's the only thing that they want.
Well, final preparations for Femke Bol. We've seen a double up, of course, in the past very successfully. And of course, we know the headlines of sometimes when it hasn't gone so well, but she ran absolutely superbly yesterday. She looked amazing, made light work of the field out there. She will be joined by Lieke Klaver in that women's 4x400 meters final. Let's wrap up the women's 4x400 meters qualifiers then. Those are the 8 teams who made it through from yesterday. Fastest qualifiers were Ireland in that national record. Norway qualifying for their first ever Olympic Games. And the 6 teams joining them from day 2 in the women's 4x400 meters at the Olympic Games. Jamaica, Netherlands and Belgium, some of the teams you'd have expected to qualify, but Switzerland again continue to have a fine evening, booking their place in Paris.
United States of America.
So conditions here in the stadium, wind has just dropped a little bit. Those flags are not quite bustling in the breeze quite as much as they have been over the course of the last day and a bit. Really happy with some strong gusts here as we go back to the call room and see the Guyanese team. Again, 1 or 2 of whom are doubling up here. See how busy it is as our camera pans around. Senegal will also be going in the second heats. There are Poland will be alongside them. Little numbers you can see on the backboard behind them. That's the lane in which the teams will be running in. Polish team were a little bit disappointing yesterday. Quite a developing squad. Finished well down the field. But the hustle and bustle of the call room. Spanish team just in the background as well there. Those are the athletes for the men's 4x4 second heat. But right now, it's time for the first one.
You're listening live to
Bahamas 24.
Bahamas 24. Men's 4x400 meters relay.
Olympic qualifying round 2.
The last of our Olympic qualifying round 2 events is the men's 4x400 meters relay. Heat 1 of 3 featuring the home nation, Bahamas, in lane number 4. The United States also find themselves in this heat as well after their disqualification yesterday. The Bahamas have resisted the temptation to make Stephen Gardner double up. No such luck for Alonso Russell, though. He does double for Bahamas as we meet the teams.
The Bahamas is here again.
First of all, Kenya
Alonso Russell
go in lane number 3 with Wiseman Makobi, Boniface Baresa, David Kemperanti and Kennedy Mutoki. Dominican Republic, by the way, again, were due to start in lane 2, but despite declaring a team, are not there. Bahamas, then, they have Wendell Miller, Alonso Russell, as I say, running his second event of the evening, Zion Miller and Shaquem Hall-Smith for the Bahamas, who were the Olympic gold medalists back in 2012 and the bronze medalists in 2016. India, with Mohamed Yahya, they pulled up yesterday, you might remember, with Rajesh Ramesh on the second leg, pulling up injured, so they didn't finish. Yahya, Variatodi, Rajiv and Jacob, their team. Qatar, who were led home yesterday, not quite to a qualification position by a brilliant last leg, sub 45 from Abaka. They will go in lane number 6. The United States didn't expect to be here, but a problem with the changeovers meant that they've actually changed their order, as you can see there. Ja'Cory Patterson, Champion Allison and Christopher Bailey have swapped positions from yesterday. Bryce Deadman goes on the final leg for them. And Mexico on the outside. Their star performer yesterday was the second leg runner, Luis Aviles Ferrero, who ran a 44.6 split. They have the same quartet in the same order as yesterday. So Bahamas will carry the home nations here. It's a reminder of how the Americans were disqualified yesterday. It was a problem with the changeover positions. Now, Champion Allison was the guilty party on this occasion. You get positioned by the officials when your incoming runner has 200 meters to go. And that is how it was set up. Champion Allison was put in a certain position by the officials and then moved himself. So Champion Allison the other way around with Christopher Bailey this time. As we see on the outside Mexico, here is Ja'Cory Patterson for the US on the opening leg. Amar Ibrahim will lead off for Qatar. Mohamed Yahya, 5th in the world final, India, in Budapest in 2023. They've seen their women's team go through. There's just no point in trying to compete with the Bahamas crowd at the height of their vocal support. Kenya completed the lineup in 3. Dominican Republic, once again, a DNS in lane 2.
So the United States, the Olympic and world champions, their middle two runners both clocked sub 45 legs yesterday. Ja'Cory Patterson will lead them out.
On your marks.
Stand by for about 3 minutes of noise here as well, as the home crowd try and roar the Bahamian quartet on.
Set.
So the USA, as we mentioned, that mistake by champion Allison, which was a poor mistake on his part, really. It's a long-standing rule that you can't move your position once it's been set by the officials for the changeover. So I'm sure he'll be double-checking today exactly where he needs to stand. He's getting himself on the track at the moment. In fact, he's in a lane, of course, because he's taking over on the second leg today. So he's nice and safely boxed in a lane. Ja'Cory Patterson on the outside here. He's being passed on the inside by Ammar Ibrahim of Qatar. Ja'Cory Patterson looks like he has saved a bit for the home straight now and will start to exert himself. Bahamas at the moment, a little bit further back with Wendell Miller, who's run a strong enough opening leg, but a good opening leg for Qatar. And the back change fine between Ja'Cory Patterson and champion Allison on the outside. India are going well. The back in the hand for them of Mohamed Viriatodi. And we've got a pull up there as Qatar have gone. So Qatar's runner has pulled up down the back straight. He's trying to battle on, but he can't do so. So they're out of it. The crowd go mad because the Bahamas, all of a sudden, with Alonso Russell running his second leg of the evening, having appeared in the mixed success earlier on in third position, but he went storming through that first 100 or so. And he's maybe just starting to pay the price a little bit for that. Champion Allison taking a wide course around that bend. India in second position. Kenya are running well here as well with Boniface Maresa as the US prepare to hand on to Christopher Bailey. Another one of their athletes who clocked a sub-45 second leg yesterday. So US from India in second, Mexico coming up into third position after another great leg from Luis Ferrero, who ran brilliantly yesterday as well. Guillermo Campos is leaving nothing to chance here on the third leg for Mexico and has the temerity to come up and try and pass the USA, but Christopher Bailey is having none of it. India trying to sneak up the inside, having a bit of a jostling battle with Kenya in third and fourth position at the moment. Arokia Rajiv for India, and Kenya rallying now with their third leg runner, David Capirante. But the US have all of a sudden moved clear here. Good second half by Christopher Bailey. But that's the battle for second position at the moment, which could go down to the wire. Mexico have plugged on well, despite a very strong start to that leg. Bryce Deadman takes the baton for the USA in the lead, 20 metres or so clear of Kenya in second position, who don't yet have a team from here through to the Olympic Games. They're in second, pursued by India, and Mexico in fourth position. But really, for the USA, if they got the baton round successfully here, you'd expect them to dominate, and that is what they are doing. Kenya at the moment in prime position for second place, but India just starting to close. Amoj Jacob on their final leg, and Mexico still on out of the fight yet with Valente Mendoza. The USA coming down the home straight, putting the demons of yesterday behind them with Bryce Deadman, who's bringing them home a long way clear. India holding on at the moment for second ahead of Mexico, but it's the USA who go sub 3 minutes here ahead of India, who hang on for second position. Just edging out a valiant run for the Mexicans.
We expected the USA to win, but it was very good. But India is doing it well, the 4x4, the women and the men, to make it to the Olympic Games. That's a very special thing, I guess. They are very happy, and I can understand that.
Well, it's a good comeback from two teams who didn't have a good day yesterday. USA, obviously, with a disqualification. India having a runner pulling up injured, so probably neither of them wanted to be here today in this position, but faced up with the circumstances you dealt with, they have got the job done, and USA an impressive performance to go sub 3 minutes there, but a quality quartet that you'd expect to be posting those sort of times. The intriguing ones there were Mexico, Daphne, who ran an interesting race. They were really propelled forward by their second leg runner, Luis Aviles Ferrero. Campos on the third leg, just absolutely eyeballs out, and they were still in with a chance coming down the home straight.
He was coming close to the last 100 meters. Like he pushed forward, but it was really close, but not enough.
So India celebrating, the USA celebrating as well. So we're having some of the countries who are completing the set of 5 teams who came here. Let's have a look at Qatar here as we went out on the second leg. Abu Bakr Abdallah, and Qatar had gone very well on the first leg as well. But he valiantly tries to carry on, but
I think in the beginning he cramped up a little bit, so he was thinking maybe I can just keep going, but you saw no, it was not possible anymore.
As you mentioned earlier on, that team effort when you are in a part of a team before and it's you who individually, whether it's a drop baton or you run out of steam or you're injured or whatever it is, I guess there's an inevitable sense of responsibility as Christopher Paley gives Bryce Deadman the hurry up. But it was never in doubt, that one. This was a great battle down the home straight. Kenya went out hard in the first couple of 100 meters. India managed it really well, but Mexico were just always knocking at the door. India really had to keep working. The Valente Mendoza for Mexico. But the USA have all 5 through. Great Britain and Northern Ireland have all 5 through as well. There's still a couple of teams who have 4 out of 4 through, who would look to be completing that set of 5, including France. They have a 5th team to try and win through in the 3rd heat. United States dipping under 3 minutes to take a comfortable victory in the end ahead of India, who take their 2nd spot in a 4x4 Olympic relay. Time for heat number 2 of the men's 4x400 meters relay. 8 lanes in action for this one. And Jamaica, another team who you might not have expected to need a second opportunity to qualify for the Olympic Games, find themselves in this 2nd heat of round 2. Ghana go on the inside. Daniel Williams took part in the mixed relay earlier on, as did the 3rd leg runner, Malachy Austin. A limited team here, Ghana, making the relatively short hop to the Bahamas. They find themselves in lane 1. Senegal with Ousmane Sidibe on the opening leg to El Hadj Soumaré, Frederic Mendy and Sheikh Diouf complete their quartet. Poland, of course, in lane number 3 have had plenty of history in the 4x4, particularly indoors in the last few years as well, but a relatively untested quartet at a major level for them. Maximilian Sved, Matthias Brzezinek, Igor Bogaczynski and Kajetan Dushinsky. Jamaica with a switch around for them. They've got Rasheem McDonald into the team for this one. Malik James King, who ran the opening leg yesterday. Demish Kay and Asini Wilson retain their positions. It's because they moved Zandrian Barnes into the mixed relay to make sure that they got through. Spain with Inaki Kanyao, Manuel Guijarro, Oscar Josios and Julio Arenas, who's another one running a second leg in not too big a gap. Guijarro there ran a 45.08 split yesterday. Czech Republic, or Pavel Maslak was in their team yesterday, but a 47.3 leg has prompted the Czech selectors to look elsewhere for this one, including Vít Müller. He's their 2nd leg runner. There's the Commonwealth Games champion, Bazala Samuel.
Yeah, that's true, man. I know for watching it
yesterday.
Come on, we talk on the panel.
He split 44-41 yesterday, did Samu Konga. Patrick Nyambe leads them away.
People like, subscribe and share to the content as always. Click like on
by Kyle Gale.
Like, subscribe and share.
The same
Remember
team
that.
for Barbados as yesterday, been in a different order. Jonathan Jones moves from the anchor to the 2nd leg,
4x4 for men,
swapping with Rasheem Griffith.
So people listen to the commentary and enjoy the world's day.
So the latter leg runners wait just on the infield, close to the start finish line. Zambia in 7 there, with Barbados on the outside. Czech Republic in 6, Mate Kursek on their 1st leg. Iñaki Kanyao for Spain, who have made a couple of changes, as I mentioned. Jamaica with a personnel change and a change of order. Loads of Jamaican support in the arena. Poland in 3, finished dead last in their heat yesterday. And then on the inside 2 lanes, Senegal. And we complete the lineup with Guyana.
Second heat of 3, Olympic qualifying round 2, men's 4x400 meters.
Set.
So Jamaica, with their change of personnel and their change of order, Rasheem McDonald into this team, leading them off out of lane number 4. Fast start from Patrick Nyambe of Zambia in the black colours, left of picture out in lane 7. He's opened up a few metres, as you can see, on the Czech Republic. Matej Kursek on the inside of him. Barbados right on the outside with Kyle Gale on their opening leg. They're getting away, the teams in the outer 6 lanes, from the 2 on the inside, Guyana and Senegal. Strong finish from Kyle Gale of Barbados, closest to the camera in the yellow and blue. Zambia also keeping going. Spain coming through well with Iñaki Cañal as well. And Jamaica just finding themselves quite far down, actually. They were relatively prominent through the first 200 metres, but Rasheem McDonald really tied up at the end and has left his second leg runner, Malik James King, well down the field here. Spain will break from the lanes out of lane number 5 with Manuel Guijarro looking again to post another excellent leg after a good performance yesterday. But he's got the Commonwealth champion Muzala Samu Conga right on his shoulder here. There's James King with that work to do for Jamaica at the moment. Poland are running well in third position with Mateusz Rezignac, and also making an impact, Czech Republic with Vít Muller. So this one, again, pretty competitive. Jamaica are just trimming that gap ever so slightly. Malik James King is finishing well to try and reel in the Caribbean counterparts, Barbados. But it's Spain, Zambia, Poland, and the Czech Republic who are the leading 4, and they're 5 metres clear of the Caribbean pair of Barbados and Jamaica. Further back then to Guyana and Senegal. Spain with Oscar Husios down the back straights. Zambia have David Malenga, who's now making the move. Look at Jamaica coming with Demish Gay up into 5th position. Poland in 3rd with Igor Bogasinski. Mikhail Desensky for the Czech Republic in the white and blue in 4th position. And Barbados maybe just losing a bit of touch now with Raheem Tate Best. But it's still Zambia and Spain as it was at the changeover. Jamaica now, again.
Good night, Paulie Taylor. Good night, Paulie Taylor. Like, subscribe, and share to the platform. You understand me?
Together down the closing
like,
50 meters or
like,
so,
subscribe, and share to the platform. This is the commentary, all right?
Taking the baton out in front with Kennedy Luchembe. Spain in pursuit with Julio Arenas. Poland really are having a fine run at the moment. Kajetan Dashinsky has got the baton for them. For Jamaica on the final leg, it will be Assini Wilson, who's now being passed down the back by Barbados, as Rasheem Griffith makes the progress for them. 200 meters to go. 2 places up for grabs in heat number 2 of Olympic qualifying round 2. Zambia lead the way. Kennedy Luchembe. Spain looking to mount the challenge with Julio Arenas. Poland are still fighting with Bashinsky. Spain hit the front. Zambia desperately treading water now as Poland close, and Czech Republic coming as well. But it will be Spain, Poland fighting off the Czech Republic for the second spot. Julio Arenas gets the job done for Spain. Another qualification this evening for them, and a brilliant run from the Poles, who didn't have a great heat yesterday, but have come back and got their job done on the way to Paris. Spain and Poland, see you there. Definitely, you've got to feel for Zambia ever so slightly for, 390 meters of that leg, maybe less than that. It looked like they were in a great position.
He was trying to push and push and push, but Electric was there. Like, I love it to see them. Like, he needs to push to the finish line, of course, but yeah, sometimes Electric is coming and then you cannot do anything, but you give it all.
Well, it's great just to see what it means to the athletes. I know it's the Olympic Games, it's the pinnacle for athletes as well. But this is teams who've sent their best runners in the main, and they are getting their rewards. So he wants to take that home. Other people need that as well. That's a really good run for the Polish quartet as well. I mentioned they're relatively untested, a lot of unfamiliar names at national level as well. I'm sure they'll be, they are absolutely delighted. But I think the Polish fans will be nicely surprised by that performance as well. They were coming under a bit of pressure down the home straight as well. And what a curious run from Jamaica. Overall, it was just a real in and out performance from them, wasn't it?
Yeah, you saw that they pushed all of them, and that's why they all slowed down in the last 100 meters, because they need to push, but they pushed a little bit too much, but the gap was way too far.
Well, when you looked at that lineup, the teams in that heat, I mean, if you said that Jamaica weren't going to come in the first four, I mean, that's just remarkable, isn't it, with the team they had available. But full credit to Spain, the positive impact or the positive approach taken by Zambia as well to really push on. They obviously have their big hitter, Zambia, Bazala Samakonga, on the second leg, who got them into a good position, but his teammates were able to continue that, and Kennedy Lechembe taking the baton there really did fight hard with Julio Arenas on that final lap, but ultimately was squeezed out of it into fourth position. But Jamaica not even in the picture hardly coming down that home straight. And some questions for them to answer over 400 meters. Jamaica finished fourth, remember, in the world final. One or two of their big hitters in that event also choosing not to be here as well. Some of those in the shorter sprint events, but that's a good feeling for Julio Arenas of Spain. Anyone left? Anyone right? No one at all. We're off to Paris.
And they won Australia.
Spain sealing the victory from the fast finishing Poland, who held off Czech Republic for that second spot. So we have one more heat of Olympic qualifying round 2, and it is this one. 8 teams lining up for the men's 4x400 meters. 2 more spots available for teams to celebrate a passage to the Olympic Games. Australia have Harrison Hunt on their anchor leg. There's their lead-off runner, Luke van Ratingen. And for them, they have made a team change from yesterday. They brought in Cooper Sherman on the third leg. Venezuela, the South American champions, go in lane number 2 with Javier Gomez, Ryan Lopez Para, Julio Rodriguez, and Jose Mayita. South American champions just outside Australia in 2. Some team changes too for Trinidad and Tobago, and a change of order as well. Asa Guevara will lead them off again, but Jareen Richards moves from the anchor leg onto leg number 2. They bring in Shea Lara, and Shaquem Mackay moves from leg 3 to leg 4 for them. Timothy Frederick, the one stepping down. Netherlands will go in lane 4, and they field the same lineup in the same order. Eugene Amala, the debutant here at these championships, Terence Agard, Ramsey Angela, and Limavin Bonavacia for the Netherlands. The Olympic silver medalist in this event. Yasmani Capello, former global medalist. Of course, Capello, he will go on the second leg for Turkey. You have Kanachi, Aksam, and Nezia completing their lineup. Canada, well, there he is, the World 800-meter champion, Marco Arup, once again is on the second leg for them. They make a change. They don't have Christopher Morales-Williams, their exciting young talent. He's not in this team for them this evening. The French had an injury issue yesterday. Thomas Jourdier pulled up in the previous round yesterday, so therefore, consequently, he's not fielded the world silver medalist in lane 7, looking to complete all 5 teams through for France, and Brazil will go on the outside with Luca Carvalho, Lucas Villa, Vitor Di Miranda, and Mateus Lima for the South American silver medalist, completing our lineup in lane number 8.
So let's give your team one more. Lane 8, Brazil.
Standing by them for final opportunity for these athletes to seal their place in Paris, and for the French, of course, at home games. Miles Meisner-Daly will lead off for Canada. He ran the anchor leg yesterday. Turkey, they have Enchi on the opening leg. They've also made a late team change. Eugene Amala to lead off Netherlands. Asa Guevara, a little bit sluggish yesterday on the opening leg for the Trinidadians. There's the South American champions, Venezuela. Australia going to do it from the inside in lane 1. Luke van Ratingen to lead them off. All set then for the last opportunity to book passports to Paris in the men's 4x400 meters relay.
Set. A lot on the line. This is
The world silver medalist and the Olympic silver medalist, France and Netherlands, find themselves in the same heat here. France looking to make up for the absence of Thomas Jordier through injury, which caused them to be in this Olympic qualifying round 2. Brazil right on the outside with Lucas Carvalho have gone through the first 200 particularly strongly. Also very strongly out are Trinidad and Tobago. Netherlands on the outside of Trinidad and Tobago with Eugene Almala. Trinidad and Tobago being caught by those on the inside lanes at the moment. For Brazil, with Lucas Carvalho, Canada are about to hand the baton on to Marco Arup, the World 800-meter champion. Brazil right on the outside. Brazil get the baton over first, just ahead of France, Canada, the Netherlands, Trinidad and Tobago, and Australia have made some late progress as Alex Beck right on the inside, trying to make the most of that tight bend and sneak up the inside as the stagger unwinds. Brazil then lead as they break from the lanes down the back. From France and the Netherlands in third position, Terence Agard for them. It's Lucas Villar out front for Brazil. Gilles Biron in second position for France. Jereme Richards, the former world indoor champion over 400 meters, is now moving Trinidad and Tobago up into third position ahead of Terence Agard of the Netherlands. Australia with Alex Beck, and also Marco Arup is keeping Canada in touch. They come down the home straight to hand on to leg number 3. Trinidad and Tobago flying down the home straight. Great leg from Jereme Richards has put them into second place as we move on to the third leg. But still Brazil are the leaders. Vitor Di Miranda takes the baton for them. Australia tearing into this third leg with Cooper Sherman, who was the one team change yesterday, and I hope he's measuring his effort correctly here. Cooper Sherman getting his first taste of the World Relays here in the Bahamas, halfway through this third leg. Australia, Brazil, Trinidad and Tobago and France. Canada in fifth position at the moment with the Netherlands, who've got a bit to do. The baton currently in the hand of Ramsey Angela for them. They've got Bonavacia on the final leg. Canada will hand on to Jalen White as they close up. Australia are starting to fade. Brazil, Trinidad and Tobago and France, Canada and Netherlands continue to chip away, and Australia are going backwards. Cooper Sherman's barely going to get to his teammate as Brazil with 5 meters on the rest in this final heat for the 2 places up for grabs, but anything could happen in behind them. Trinidad and Tobago with Shaquem Mackay on the final leg. France have Theo Andon currently in third position, all chasing out Mateus Lima out front. They're pretty evenly spread, those first 5 positions. Jalen White for Canada and Limavin Bonavacia for the Netherlands at the moment. All of them have got a couple of meters to find on the athlete in front of them, and the one they've got to catch is Mateus Lima of Brazil. Swinging into the home straight for the final 2 places in the Olympic Games. Mateus Lima from Brazil, Trinidad and Tobago and France tussling for that second spot. Brazil are fading, they're going to get to the line. Trinidad and Tobago are just about going to hold on France. The crowd enjoyed that one here in the Bahamas. It's Brazil and Trinidad and Tobago who take the final spots available in the men's 4x400 meters. They had to work for it, but they get the rewards. Brilliant last home straight. 5 teams probably in contention coming down the stretch.
Yeah, it was a great race to watch that, because it was from the beginning to the end, it was so close, and yeah, you can see it.
Well, we'll talk about the Netherlands in a minute, because the Netherlands men's 4x400 meter team, the Olympic silver medalists at the moment, will not be at the Olympic Games unless they can qualify in the 2 remaining positions that are available through the world rankings. You'd expect them probably to be able to do that, but they would love to have guaranteed it here. Terence Agard just sat down, actually. He's limping quite heavily, as you can see there, away from the finish area. So it was a hard leg for him, but it's the Brazilians, Lucas Carvalho, Lucas Villar, Vitor Di Miranda, and Mateus Lima, the South American silver medalists, who finish with the joy here in the Bahamas. The Trinidad and Tobago, well, it was the leg from Jareem Richards, Daphne, which really propelled them into contention. He ran a brilliant second leg, Richards, and it was a good tactical change from the Trinidadians because they moved him onto the second leg from the anchor. Therefore, as a result of that, Richards gave his teammates the platform to seal their flights to Paris. You can tell the finals are coming here. The lights have just gone down in the stand around us here. So we see changeovers here for the second leg runners to head out, and that was Lucas Villar. Brazil never really looked back from that first leg from Lucas Carvalho. You see Terence Agard is really working hard here for the Netherlands, fighting a problem obviously, but really a team man, Terence Agard, and that's why he's got up a bit gingerly there, a crashing fall.
He had problems with his shoulder, I think. I was watching, like, he was falling down on his shoulder and he had pain in his shoulder, so I don't know exactly, but it was after the race. So
Seeing the final leg runners heading out here for Brazil.
Very strong performance from Brazil, like from the beginning to the end.
Lima had room to celebrate. You can see the grimaces and the determination from the teams in behind. Australia might have a little look back actually at how that third leg was run from Cooper Sherman, but this is that desperate battle down the home straight between the world silver medalist France. Desperately, Theo Andon just couldn't find a way past Trinidad and Tobago. Shaquem Mackay seeing them through. So as a result of that heat, the Olympic silver medalists and the world silver medalists currently do not have a place at the Olympic Games in the men's 4x400 meters. Brazil, they let it out from the start and they saw off the rest. Trinidad and Tobago had to see off strong attention from France in the home straight to seal their place in Paris.
So let me out, let me out, let me out, let me out. Say, Lucy, let me go. I don't want me inside no more. Hey, Lucy, let me go. It's killing me, like for sure. That's why I'm crying. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, and I can see the I can see it. I don't know where. Pulling out my hair. I'm ready to shout. You know all about you. I want you to know. I'm ready to go. Here we go.
So yes, people. So the final is coming up soon. The 4x4 mix is coming up at 8:40. So we're looking forward. Yeah. You know? Okay. So people, let's look at the races up next. And the races up next is the 4x4 mixed relay. And that's the finals. All right, so all finals happening now. Meet supposed to be finished at 9:20 something. All right. All right, so let's look at what is going on. So yes, the mixed relay team is coming out now. The music has finished, so I can go back over to the music. Adeleke is there as well in that mixed relay. For Ireland, the USA team is up and running. People, I know you want your Unseen Sports commentary, but I'm going to send you over to Bahamas for their commentary for this one, okay?
Five, so United States with Matthew Bowling, Lynette Herbie-Jackson, Willington Wright comes into their team, and Kendall Ellis. Lane 3 is Belgium with Florent Mabille, Imke Vervet, Christian Iguasel, and Camille Los.
Lane 2 is France, Jan Spilman, Amandine Brossier, Loic Prevost.
France are next. They'll be in lane 2 with Jan Spilman, Amandine Brossier, Loic Prevost, and Luis Maraval.
And then the lane 1, Dominican Republic, Eric Sanchez.
And finally, we meet Dominican Republic with Eric Joel Sanchez, Annabelle Medina Ventura, Yoel Nunez, and Marilyn.
That's what you want to see. Commitment from your players, even the attacking one. 60, 70 yards to really help out defensively.
Eddie Paulino is there on the anchor leg. Standing by for the mixed 4x400 meters relay. World Athletics Relay Final. You've been there as an athlete, definitely when the lights go down, you've got the extra pizzazz. Does it make any difference to how you're feeling? Does it add to the tension?
Yeah, I love that. Bigger the stadium and the lights off and all the attention. I'm not that kind of person, but on the track I was. I love that. Adrenaline is coming and it makes me ready for the race.
Well, they do a great job here. The team on event presentation to make it look and feel spectacular for the athletes and for their spectators, as we see Matthew Bowling for the USA. So one change to their team from yesterday. They brought in Willington Wright on the third leg to replace Ryan Woolley. There's Thomas Barr, who was absolutely loving life yesterday as Ireland set those two national records. There is Femke Bol, who came storming yesterday. It was the very first event we had yesterday. Feels like a long time ago. As Samuel Agazi on the outside prepares for Nigeria. All the teams, by the way, as we see, Cillian Green, who's had a great comeback story from collapsed lungs and accidents, to be back here competing at a great level. Isaiah Paws in 6. Poland not taking up their lane in lane 5. Matthew Bowling of the USA leads them off in 4. Every team, by the way, going with the man-woman formation, as we see so often. Florent Mabille for Belgium, one of their new inductees into the team. Jan Spilman of France also didn't feature yesterday. Eric Joel Sanchez is another one to come in with fresh legs. So a lot more team changes in these events, where the Olympic qualification is not on the line, but the World Athletics Relays titles are. Seeding for the heats in Paris as well. And the small matter, $40,000 in prize money, 20,000 for second and 10,000 for third. There's prize money for all places in these events, split between the teams. USA against the power of the Netherlands. Yesterday's supreme force of Ireland.
So Isaiah Boers on the opening leg for the Netherlands will hand on to Klaver and Bol on the anchor leg for them. The USA have got the unfamiliar situation in a final of having an empty lane outside them. The world champions in this event, they set a championship record in the first round yesterday. They actually beat the championship record that had been set by the Netherlands earlier on in the evening, inspired by Femke Bol, albeit this event is still in its infancy. So Killian Green on the outside, who was against the same team and formation for Ireland, but it's Matthew Bowling of the USA who's the one who's made a real impact coming down the home straight here. Samuel Agazi of Nigeria, closest to the camera, has also run a good first leg. Green just starting to tie up in the closing stages, but the USA have the baton with Lina Irby-Jackson. Right on the outside, Nigeria with Ella Onojibwewo. Lika Klaver in motion for the Netherlands. What a good battle that might be. Klaver against Adeleke, currently in third and fourth position down the back straight. Great to measure against each other. Down that back straight as we see Amandine Brossier in fifth position for France. Then a little bit of a gap has opened up to Dominican Republic and Belgium, who are struggling at the moment with Imke Vervet, who's already run this evening. She is right at the back of the field. But up front, USA, Nigeria, and Adeleke for Ireland has gone past Lika Klaver here. 2 sub-50-second clockings yesterday for Adeleke, and she still looks unbelievably strong. Another sensational leg for Rashida Adeleke for Ireland, who's going to nearly put them on terms at the changeover here, as the USA with Willington Wright on fresh legs, having not run yesterday, up against Thomas Parr. In third position for Nigeria, Chidi Akezi, who ran a brilliant leg yesterday. He ran 2 sub-45-second legs yesterday, did Akezi, and looking strong down the back straight. The Netherlands with Isaiah Klein-Ikink in fourth position. They're just starting to catch Thomas Parr, and at the same time, the USA are just starting to move away here with the fresh legs of Willington Wright. Those four are away at the moment. From France, back in fifth position with Loic Prévost. Into the home straight then, the USA, Nigeria coming past Ireland, the Netherlands having to fan out here as Klein-Ikink is about to hand on to Femke Bol. The final leg of the World Athletics Relay Final, mixed 4x400 meters. It's the USA heading out on the final leg for them. Kendall Ellis, Charlene Maudsley ran brilliantly twice yesterday, has the baton for Ireland. Nigeria with Esther Joseph in third position, and Femke Bol moving serenely up past Nigeria and has her sights set on Kendall Ellis up front for the USA. They're closing up on her at the moment. Maudsley trying to hold her racing line on the inside, because she knows as she closes, she's going to need some running room, but she wants to pass Kendall Ellis. What a battle this is, coming into the home straight. Kendall Ellis's lead has almost evaporated at the moment. Maudsley digging in again. Femke Bol also working hard, but Kendall Ellis has found something for the USA. As she started to come under pressure, Kendall Ellis finds the answers and wins the title for the USA. The Netherlands pit Ireland for silver and bronze, respectively. Fabulous run. Femke Bol, even someone of her superpower, just couldn't quite overhaul that gap. And Kendall Ellis in a championship record of 3:10.73, which takes the best part of 0.8 of a second off what they produced yesterday. You have to credit Kendall Ellis there, Daphne, because they were gathering up behind her coming into the home straight, and she found more. How do you assess that run there how do you assess the way that final leg unfolded?
In the beginning, you thought that she was slowing down a little bit, but she can hold to the end of the finish line. I think that's the most important thing, because if you're doing that too early, then she won't have made it. So I think she did a very smart decision.
It's another national record for Ireland. They've taken nearly a second off what they produced yesterday. That's incredible. There's an African record in there for Nigeria as well. And of course, the records are relatively new, because this is a relatively new event. It's only been held once at the Olympic Games, but it's been slightly longer in its incarnation here at the World Athletics Relays. But Charlene Maudsley, what a weekend's work they have put in. Ireland have come here. They've got two teams on the way to Paris. They've got 3 national records, one superseding the other now. And they really have performed superbly against world-class opposition.
And we are really early in the season as well, so they can do a lot more, I think, in the end of the season. So it's great to start for Ireland, I think.
And again, USA, savvy team selection there. They brought in some fresh legs into their team in the shape of Willington Wright, who really did make a big impact on that third leg and give Kendall Ellis enough of a buffer. She managed her effort brilliantly as well. And the Netherlands, remember, you could only make one team change in the mixed 4x4 from those who were fielded yesterday. Netherlands kept the same quartet, and they come home in second position, just ahead of Ireland. And it's USA, the world champions in this event. Just getting word through that Belgium have potentially been disqualified in this as well. They didn't have a great run at all, Belgium. They were out of contention for a long time. As we see the medal presentations, to some extent anyway, it's instant medals, as we call those, and the silver medals for the Netherlands, as we see in the background some of the athletes preparing for the next event. But Ireland, it's been really a weekend that's got the Irish fans purring about what might be possible at major events, because they've run a very good Dutch quartet, pretty close there. But in the end, USA held on comfortably.
But you can see that the Netherlands is a little bit disappointed about this. They would win. You can see it on their faces. They came for one thing and they didn't.
Well, let's have a look at how this race unfolded. The Netherlands, or rather the USA, I should say, Matthew Bowling it was, who was comfortably clear coming home in the first lead. Nigeria ran a good race as well for the first couple of legs. You can just see Killian Green there working really hard for Ireland. Again, off the back of a hard run yesterday. But Adeleke, as you'd expect, ran a brilliant race, and she left Lika Klaver in the dust, really. Thomas Barr held his own, the Rio Olympic fourth placer over the hurdles, 31 years of age, and he kept Ireland right there until Charlie Maudsley was able to see them home in the top three. The Belgians, keep an eye on them at the back here. The reason they are disqualified is because of this. Whoops. Iguacel and Camille Laus, who ran earlier on, wasn't able to get a second run into her legs. But this is that finish. Kendall Ellis using the big screen, which is quite useful. In some of the shorter events, not so useful, definitely. But when you're running at the 400 meters, you're just seeing what's going on behind her. It's like a nice wing mirror for her.
Yeah, but she's just pushing with her arms. You can see it, like just make big steps till the finish line. So that's one of the things that Femke Bol always doing as well. So I think that's one of the things to just keep moving, because if your arms are moving, your legs is also moving. So it's funny to see that most of the athletes on the end of the 400 meters are doing that.
Let me just give you a split that will be of interest. Rashida Adeleke, 48.45. Wow, that is unbelievable. Confirmation of a championship record and the title here in the Bahamas in the mixed 4x4 for the United States, ahead of a Femke Bol-inspired Netherlands and a national record for Ireland. The lights go down again here as we move on to our next final.
You're listening live to
Bahamas 24.
Bahamas 24. Women's 4x100 meters relay.
Final.
And it's now turn of the women's 4x100 meters teams to enter the arena to the fanfare. And first of all, we see Australia. They will be out on the outside in lane number 8. Their team, Ebony Lane, Bree Masters, Ella Connolly and Tori Lewis. Germany in 7 with Louise Wieland, Nila Jaworski, Gina Luckenkemper and Rebecca Haase. A couple of team changes for Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Alison Bell, Amy Hunt, Bianca Williams and Aaliyah Sibbons. They will go in lane number 6. Poland, Martina Kotvila, Monica Ramasco, Magdalena Stefanovic, and Eva Swoboda, who absolutely flew down the home straight yesterday to send Poland to the Olympics. The United States have Tamari Davis, Gabby Thomas, Lyra Barnes, and Melissa Jefferson. And the Netherlands go one better than in the 4x4, and Ketia Sado, Mariah
We're
Van
over now
Hoogstein,
to the final.
Bishops and Tassa Gia.
The female
Canada had a brilliant run yesterday.
4x1. Let's give you guys the Let's give you guys a commentary from Unseen Sports TV. Like, subscribe, and share to the content. All right. So France is there, Canada is there, Netherlands, United States, Poland, Great Britain, Germany, Australia in that race. Let's see who will win this one. People like, subscribe, and share to the platform.
So me tell you, say then if you make that boy they go, it's you know do not at all.
Yo, I tell you, Carlton are the best. But people like, subscribe, and share. And since we're giving you guys the commentary for this one, so the 4x1 is here, and they're on their mark. Tamara Davis leading off this for USA. Gabby Thomas in there as well. Let's see what USA will do. They are the favorites, in my opinion, to win this one. No Jamaica team in this final. No money, no medal for us to win. We only qualify for the Olympics. Then we might see a better showdown from the Jamaica team with the athletes there. So let's give you guys the commentary. And they're off. World Championship silver medalist Tamara Davis moving forward. USA will under first. Gabby Thomas on the back chest leading. Gabby Thomas. And USA will lead up first. Great Britain and USA is there. Let's see who will win this one. USA leading. Wonderful ball exchange from USA leading the pack. And USA will win this one. Let's see the time. Look what it means for USA team. Not seeing a Jamaican team there. Look what it means. Championship record time 41:85. France 42:75. Great Britain third with silver medal 42:80. So the women's 4x1. United States winning that one with a championship record of 41:85. France season best 42:75. Great Britain third 42:80. People like, subscribe, and share to the content, and we are going to be off to the next race. So we are off to the men's 4x1. Let's see what Jamaica can do in this one against USA. If we can get a silver medal. Because if everything goes well, we can't get the we can't come first. So for the 185 championship record, and they won a lot of money. Auntie, so Iona 0, Glen 9 in the under 9 game. The under 13, we have Glen 0, Iona 2, with around 10 minutes to leave in the game, where the coach from Glen Prep took off his players because of a tackle made on one of his players, and the referee gave the player a yellow card. He deemed it, he wanted it to be a red card where the player would come off the field, but the referee said no, giving him a yellow. And he decided to take his team off the field and go to the bus and stop the game. So the game ended the default. So parents behaving, Iona parents, I'm telling you, it's not good. It's not good. Even a third, my good. Yeah, even a third, Vanessa Nation. Even a third with a happy feet. You understand me? So look what I go on. Jamaican fans in the building want to cheer for Jamaica, but one of these race alone them can't cheer. I come like a waste of money and go this as a Jamaican fan. Tell you the truth. Me bug out. So the men's 4x1 is the men's 4x100 meter is up, people. The men's 4x100 meter is up. Jamaica in lane 1. So the Canadian team there. So the Canadian team is there looking to take down this USA team. It's going to be a big one. Let's see. The Japanese team there with Sonny Brown. So Zania using this one, people, for Great Britain. The Jamaica team is there. Let's see if Jamaica can get a third place in this one. So you're gonna hear the commentary from Unseen Sports TV, people. Like, subscribe, and share. This is for the commentary. So you're on your marks. Brian Level starting to for Jamaica. Let's see what Jamaica can do in this one and give the fans something to cheer about. Set. And they're off. Brian Level, quick start. America out quickly as well. Good. Jamaica looking good on the back stretch. In lane one. Oh God, Jamaica back exchange. Poor, you know. Jamaica last leg back exchange. What is going on? USA winning that one. Back exchange that. No, the back they're good, but the back exchange for the last leg. Sanjay Davis, whoever passed the button there saw something go wrong. You know, that leg was poor. That was expected still. This is what they get when you carry B team go these championship. B team and C team and all them team. You know how we nothing. I swear.
Daphne, he was catching no alliance.
No, that's one of the things that's very difficult, I think. When you know that they are in front and no one else is coming, then you know that must be a difficult thing. But the Rust is really, really strong leg because he can close it, but he can just do the same distance, I think, and that's very important for him to know.
Well, Marcel Jacobs didn't really have too much chance to make much of an impact because he was down when he got the baton. The USA right alongside them in lanes 7 and 8 out there. He was up against Kenny Bednarek down the back straight. He had probably a 5 metre or so head start on Marcel Jacobs down the back straight. But the USA flags, the Stars and Stripes, have been getting plenty of airtime in the course of the last 20 minutes or so. We've had 3 finals, and the United States have won them all. And given their history in relays, Daphne, when they haven't always got the baton round, some USA fans will be pleasantly surprised to see such a level of success for them tonight. Canada taking the silver medal. Again, we talked about them previously as the ultimate championship performers, really. The Olympic silver medal winning quartet. Didn't make the final in Budapest in the World Championships. And Italy, the Olympic champions, of course, the world silver medalists, weren't able, with their Olympic champion team, through their Olympic champion team, including the individual winner, Marcel Jacobs, to make an impact. So USA have won all 3 so far. We've got the 2 4x400 meters finals to come. They're in both of those in seeded lanes as well. Could the USA go 5 out of 5 in the finals? So Italy are folding up their flags and giving them back. Oh, they're passing on to their teammates. What wild celebrations of the Italians at the moment down there. Eventually we'll get their medals around their neck. We'll get a replay in just a moment of how that race unfolded.
Those are killing something.
Well, I was a bit like Simbini earlier on. Just giving the battling a
bro.
lead. The positions weren't going to change when you've got runners all of high caliber on the final leg. A lot of the work has been done by the 3 previous runners. They're almost like a family now, those 4, aren't they, for Canada? It wouldn't be a 4x100 meter relay team if any of them weren't there. Ultimately, one day they won't be, but at the minute, they're riding high for Canada with 2nd place. It's another brilliant opening leg for Courtney Lindsay, isn't it? Who's given them such an advantage over Jacobs here down the back straight.
It was a very fast first leg.
Look at Bednarek.
But also, Jacobs was running really good here because he was on the same position, and that was really good as well.
It's a brilliant leg, and look at that, not the cleanest change between Bednarek and Kyrie King. Italy was smooth on the outside, but no real momentum lost. Kyrie King running another good bend, and that was a well-drilled stuff from the USA. And just that final change, that sense of relief when you get the baton in the hand of the anchor leg runner. And if that runner happens to be Noah Lyles, you probably feel even better. Let's have a look at how smooth this was again from them. Pretty good. Room for improvement, you'd say, but pretty good.
Yeah, it's good enough because they don't need to take any risk of it because they are a very fast team. So then you need to take any risk.
Room for improvement if you've got really high standards. But Lars, again, all out towards the line. Again, I'll be fascinated to see how the splits come out for that one. He ran 8 point something yesterday, even though splits are relatively meaningless. 8.88 for Noah Lyles on that final leg. Italy coming up as a disqualification. More on that to come shortly.
The World Athletics Relays.
The World Athletics Relays. Bahamas 24.
Women's 4x400 final.
So it's time for our next final here in the Bahamas. It is the women's 4x400 meter relay final. Great Britain and Northern Ireland right on the outside with Victoria Hurigu, Lena Nielsen, Emily Newnham, and Hannah Kelly in lane 8. There's a familiar look to this Polish quartet. Marika Popovic-Jabala, Iga Baumgart, Vitan, Justina Swieti, Esetic, and Natalia Kazmarek. The big guns are out for them. USA are in lane 6. Kadira Hayes. Gabby Thomas is back out in the 4x4 minutes after running the 4x1. Bailey Lear, Alexis Holmes. Ireland make a couple of team changes. They bring in Rasheen Harrison and Lauren Cadden to join Phil Healy, who'll take the opening leg, and Sophie Becker. The Italian quartet in lane 4 have may not have learnt yet that their colleagues have been disqualified in the previous race. Rebecca Borgia, Ayamida Fullerunzo, Virginia Troini, and Giancarlo Trevisan. Norway with Josephine Tomin Eriksson, Amelie Yule, Isabel Slettum, and Henrietta Jaeger, who booked them their first ever trip to the Olympics in the women's 4x4 yesterday. France are in 2 with Estelle Guaninji, Marjorie Vessier, Diana Iske, and Sunkamba Silla. And finally, we meet Canada with Zoe Scherer, Ayana Stiverne, Alyssa Marsh, and Kira Constantine. Those are your 8 teams for the women's 4x400 meters relay final. Well, United States, definitely fascinating team selection. Gabby Thomas, 2 relays in about 20 minutes.
But it's not the first time that you do that, I think. But the warm-up for the 100 meters is perfect for the 400 meters as well.
Victoria Hurigu on the outside for Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Poland, they've changed 2 of their team, bring in Swieti Esetic and also Baumgart Vitan. USA is Gabby Thomas in for Natasha Robinson. Ireland, I mentioned their team changes. Phil Healy moves from the 3rd leg to the opening leg. Italy have Borgia once again kicking them off. Lane 3, Norway. Eriksson to Yule. They brought in Sletum on the third leg. France in lane number 2. France have changed 3 of their team from yesterday. And for Canada, the same quartet, but a change in the final order with Marsh on the third, Constantine on the anchor. Alexis Holmes, no stranger to bringing the USA home to major relay success. USA have won all 3 of our World Athletics Relays finals so far. And the favourites for this one, the women's 4x400.
Set.
Well, as you mentioned, Daphne, Gabby Thomas, probably the ideal warm-up, really. A 100-metre sprint a few moments ago to take the second leg of this 4x400 metre final. Phil Healy, Ireland's most experienced relay runner that they've got here, really, certainly in the female ranks. This time promoted to the opening leg to set them up, and on to 2 of her less experienced colleagues, and she's sticking pretty well at the moment with Kinera Hayes outside her, and Marika Popovic-Trapala for Poland. Great Britain and Northern Ireland with the, I guess, the blind leg out on the outside. Victoria Uruguay in lane number 8. Canada with Zoe Shearer on the inside are coming through well ahead of France at this stage, and Norway have run a decent opening leg as well through Josephine Eriksson in lane number 3. Tighter the changeover between the USA, Poland, Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and Norway in lane 3 as well, and Canada are rallying as Ayana Stiverne gets the baton for them. But it's Gabby Thomas away for the USA in an unfamiliar event for her. A 200-metre speciality falls somewhere between the 2 relays. USA from Canada, Lavia Nielsen on the leg for Great Britain and Northern Ireland comes across in 3rd position. Yule for Norway is in 4th. Poland trying to make some progress past a couple. Iga Baumgart-Vitan is just coming past the Italian runner, Iamilo Fularunzo. And Ireland at the moment with France well detached at the back of the field. Gabby Thomas, this is a fine leg for her. A second relay in 20 minutes. Lavia Nielsen is coming down the home straight strongly for Great Britain as they come past Canada. And Poland also finishing strongly. They'll hand the baton over in 4th position. But the USA well clear at the moment through Bailey Lear, heading out onto the 3rd leg. For Great Britain and Northern Ireland in 2nd position, it's Emily Newnham, who has Alyssa Marsh breathing down her neck at the moment. Down the back straight, Poland in 4th position with their 3rd leg runner, Justina Svieti-Esetic. Then come Norway with Elizabeth Sletum, and Italy just behind them with Virginia Troiani. Canada and Great Britain and Northern Ireland battling out 2nd position at the moment, but the USA has a familiar feeling at the moment, comfortable out front as Bailey Lear comes into the home straight, standing by to hand on to Alexis Holmes. Canada and Poland moving past Emily Newnham of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, coming down the home straight. Italy are rallying as well, up towards the top 5 positions. But Alexis Holmes has probably got 20 metres on Kira Constantine in 2nd position for Canada. Hannah Kelly on the anchor leg for Great Britain and Northern Ireland has got Natalia Kazmarek challenging her in 4th position behind. There's surely no bridging that gap back to the USA at the moment. Henrietta Jaeger is charging down the back straight for Norway as well at the moment, trying to reel in the 3 or 4 ahead of her. But it's the USA with 150 metres to go. Poland in 2nd position from Canada, and Great Britain and Northern Ireland. The rest of the medal positions will be between them. But the USA, an all-conquering force here in Nassau in the World Athletics Relays. The women's 4x400 metres team, anchored home by Alexis Holmes, become the 4th US team in a row to take the title here. Poland get the silver medal ahead of Canada, who finish ahead of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. But the USA are simply unstoppable. Again, a dominant performance. Daphne there from that quartet, making the team change, a world leading time for them as well. And every one of these events so far has followed a pretty similar pattern. When it goes right for the USA, they just can't be caught at the moment.
I was very surprised about Gabby Thomas. She had a very, very strong leg on the 2nd leg. And she started already the big gap between her and the rest of the field. So it was very nice to see that she can also do 400 meters.
Canada as well had a good weekend, qualifying their teams through to the Olympic Games, as well as picking up a bronze medal there ahead of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Just looking at some of the splits coming through. Gabby Thomas on the second leg, 49.58 in an unfamiliar event, just after you've run a 4x100 meters relay. Some of the things we're seeing, Kazmarek, a great closing split from her of 49.4 as well. Alexis Holmes was 49.6 for the USA on that final leg as well. Canada were very consistent, 3 runners in the 51s, and Constantine closing in 50.15. Poland, again, we mentioned bringing in a lot of their senior relay runners, some of those who have won major championship medals. I mean, Kazmarek has broken 50 seconds for the 3rd time in 3 races over the course of the weekend as well. That is a bit like the Canadian men's team that we saw. That Polish female quartet has a really familiar look about it. And well done to Canada. I think I saw Alyssa Marsh's sister tweeting something yesterday saying, Alyssa Marsh to the world. Well, she's gone to the world and she's helped her team to a bronze medal here in the Bahamas. And Alexis Holmes just keeps picking up anchor gold medals for the USA. Let's have a look then at the changeovers. This is the second changeover. That's Gabby Thomas on the inside onto Bailey Lear. Again, the USA with just such a commanding advantage. Jaeger ran a great leg for Norway, by the way, to try and get them into contention. Who ran really well yesterday. This was the battle on behind the USA. It became a race within a race, didn't it? It's Hannah Kelly of the Great Britain Northern Ireland team battling away there, but Alexis Holmes, I mean, that looks pretty comfortable. Probably feels a bit easier when you don't have to force yourself with no one breathing down your neck. So USA from Poland, from Canada. The top 3, USA with the fastest time in the world this year, completing a 4th success out of 4 here in the Bahamas. We've had 39 races across the last couple of days here in Nassau. There is one more to come. It's the men's 4x400 meters final. Standing by to welcome our athletes into the arena here. The support has been absolutely fantastic. And of course, the one thing the USA can't do is go 5 out of 5 because they're not in this final.
You're listening live to
Bahamas 24.
Bahamas 24. Men's 4x400 meters relay.
The men's 4x400 meters relay final. Here we go then, the final chance to welcome our athletes into the arena. First team we see are South Africa. No Wade van Niekerk in their lineup this evening. Gadeo Isaacs, Kiti Nene, Antonio Nokia, and Lute Pillai. Japan in lane 7 have Kentaro Sato, Fuga Sato, Yuki Nakajima, and Kaito Kawabata. In lane 6, Botswana were terrific yesterday. Had a great battle with South Africa. Hussein Kibinachipi, Letsili Tobogo flew yesterday on his leg. Leongo Scotch and Bayapa Ndori. Belgium, the world indoor champions, Dylan Borlée, Robin van der Bendem, Alexander Dome, and Jonathan Sakur. The Italy quartet has Luca Cito, Vladimir Accetti, Eduardo Scotti, and David Ray. Germany field Jean-Paul Brenau, Terrell Prince, Mark Koch, and Manuel Sanders in lane 3. Great Britain and Northern Ireland can count on the European record holder Matthew Hudson-Smith on the opening leg, with Alex Haydock-Wilson, Joe Breyer, and Lewis Davey completing their quartets. And we complete the lineup with Nigeria in lane 1, Dubem Wakuchu, Dubem Amine, Sekiri Adeyemi, and Chidi Okezi. Those are your teams for our final event here in Nassau, the men's 4x400 meters relay final. There will have been people shouting at the broadcaster earlier when I said USA can't win them all. No, they can't win them all because they're not in this one. We've had 39 races. You're going to cut me some slack, aren't you, Daphne? So USA, after their disqualification yesterday in the men's race, they've won everything they can win, all of the ones they're in. And now the door is open for another country to take a title. Will it be South Africa on the outside in 8? Could it be Japan in 7? Botswana will have to have a real chance. Kebinat Shipi will lead them off, as will Belgium. The youngest of the ball legs, Dylan, on the opening leg. Lucasito will fire the Italian hopes out of the blocks. Germany will count on Jean-Paul Bradau over the opening 400 meters. Matthew Hudson-Smith, who's been in great form this year, will put the GB team right there. And Dubem Wachukwu on the inside for Nigeria. Here we go then, after 2 thrilling days, the final event of the World Athletics Relays, Bahamas 2024, the men's 4x400 meters final. $40,000 in prize money, Olympic seeding lane draws as well. Lots to fight for with their Olympic participation already secured ahead of this.
Set.
Well, Matthew Hudson-Smith led off Great Britain and Northern Ireland in the opening round. Yesterday, they have made a couple of changes to their team. They brought in Alex Haydock-Wilson and Joe Breyer on legs 2 and 3, but Hudson-Smith running from lane 2. But Botswana, you have to keep an eye on them, particularly Letsile Tobogo is going to be running the second leg, but Puseng Kebinat Shipi has taken them out pretty strongly in the opening leg. But South Africa through Gardeo Isaacs have also flown out through this first 250 meters or so. Wade van Niekerk, the world record holder, did run in the heats yesterday to get them through to the Olympics, but offering the chances to others here. Italy with Lucasito in the blue in lane number 4 have come past Dylan Borlée of Belgium. As we get to the first handover, Japan also right in the mix, but Italy probably just about the leaders at the baton change as Vladimir Achetti takes the baton for them. Letsile Tobogo is on the move for Botswana. Right up the inside, Alex Haydock-Wilson for Great Britain, Northern Ireland has rushed through that first bend to try and get himself to the break, but across will come Tobogo of Botswana. Nene of South Africa also propelling them onto the back of that leading group of 5 at the moment as well. Botswana, Great Britain, Belgium, then come Italy and South Africa. Then a gap to Japan as Tobogo, once again, the 100-meter and 200-meter World Championship medalist, looking ultra strong over 400 meters. Another superb leg from him as he hands on to Leongo Scotch in the lead. Great Britain and Northern Ireland in second position as Joe Breyer takes the baton for them. Italy in third with Eduardo Scotti. Then comes South Africa with Antoni Nokia. Belgium in third with the world indoor champion Alexander Dome, who ran the anchor leg yesterday but is on the third today with Jonathan Sakur to run the anchor. And Japan have reattached themselves to the back of this group with Yuki Nakajima. So still a commanding advantage for Botswana, who will have the world leader over 400 meters, Bayapo Ndori, to come on the fourth leg. Botswana looking strong at the moment. Italy with Eduardo Scotti charging. Alexander Dome has left plenty as well. He's got them up into third position, and Japan have had a great end to that leg as well. Botswana, Italy, Belgium, South Africa, and Japan in the shake-up. Great Britain and Northern Ireland have all of a sudden lost a load of ground, and Lewis Davey has found himself 5 or 6 meters down on the rest. Down the back straight they go. 250 meters to go. Bayapo Ndori for Botswana. Pillai for South Africa running his second leg of the evening, challenging Jonathan Sakur of Belgium. They're starting to chip away at that Botswanan lead at the moment, but Ndori finished very strongly yesterday. You can expect him to do the same. And look at this, moving away from the field. This time there's no catch in Botswana.
Boyapo and Dory seals the success for them in the 4x400 meters ahead of South Africa, and Belgium, I think, have just held on for the bronze ahead of Japan, who were finishing fast. But Botswana, a high-quality quartet fielded, even with the 100 and 200 meter world champion Letsile Tobogo up at 400 meters, post a world-leading time of 2:59.11 to win our final event here in the Bahamas. And again, Daphne, it was all set up. They all ran strongly early on, and it was left to Ndori just to see it round.
Botswana was running really, really fast. Like from the beginning to the end, they were the best. And now to see the fight between the other countries was really nice to watch as well.
Well, the position scrolling through there, South Africa. Again, it's another 1-2. Neighbouring countries, Botswana and South Africa, down the bottom end of the continent. We saw them celebrating yesterday with the joint flags. So Botswana celebrating. Nice to see that the African engagement between the two. Botswana, well, great performance there. The Olympic bronze medalist disqualified in Budapest in the World Championships. Well, with Tobogo, yesterday he split 43.49 yesterday. Tobogo and Dory split sub 44 yesterday as well. So really were in a great position coming in. It would be interesting to see them run against the USA quartet, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be nice in the Olympics.
Lots of ifs and buts.
All right, people, and that's it for the 4x4 men's relay. Where Botswana win. Let's see to Bogo. People, thanks for coming on to the platform. Big up on yourself, like, subscribe, and share. And Sports is going to be out right now. All right, people, big up on yourself. You know, doing the work for you guys. Like, subscribe, and share while you're coming out of the studio. Yeah, man, big up on yourself. Unseen Sports. 1C out there.